The 1964 New York World's Fair was an event that transcended and left a mark in the history of the automotive world. It was there that Ford Motor Company officially introduced the Ford Mustang, an iconic car that would definitively change the history of American sports cars and have a huge impact on the direction of the company itself, led by Henry Ford II at that time. However, in an exhibition adjacent to the grand stage of the Mustang was a vehicle with two defining qualities: massive and innovative. Known as Big Red, it was an enormous truck with the capability to propel not one, but two trailers simultaneously, with its main attraction being its gas turbine propulsion system. Despite the great skepticism surrounding the implementation of this technology in the automotive world, as it was ideally destined for military applications in tanks, machinery, and even boats, this truck dazzled a large part of the United States during numerous tours with its striking red color. The design of its nearly 4-meter-tall cabin resulted from wind tunnel tests by Ford's Scientific Research Department engineers. The overall design, credited to the British engineer Roy Lunn, had new aerodynamic aspirations for the time and was entirely crafted and sculpted in steel. Like many innovative designs of that era, the Big Red had a retro-futuristic appearance expected to dominate the highways of the future, something that, spoiler alert, never happened. Having such a high cabin entry, accessing it required climbing up using a retractable ladder that automatically extends to the ground. Inside the cabin, multiple conveniences awaited, including a table with a refrigerator, electric stove, coffee machine, space for a single bed, and a small personal bathroom to avoid unnecessary stops along the way. The driver's area offered an unmatched panoramic view, enabling a clear view forward and downward, as it was a sort of cab-over truck. In stark contrast, the space for the co-driver or passenger featured a reclining seat, an individual table, and a small television in the upper part, providing rest and entertainment when not behind the wheel. However, the most outstanding aspects of this eye-catching truck were its mechanical performance and characteristics. The air turbine it integrated was developed in-house by Ford, capable of generating a total power of up to 600 horsepower and a torque of 1,300 Newton-meters. This power, while it might be considered insufficient by today's standards, was revolutionary in its time for the transport sector, particularly as an alternative to conventional diesel engines. With these qualities, the Big Red could reach a total length, with two trailers attached, of up to 30 meters long, carrying its load and its own weight, which was around 80 tons, at maximum speeds of up to 112 kilometers per hour. Its power unit was connected to a 5-speed automatic gearbox to complement the smoothness and flexibility of propulsion. Additionally, its 1,060-liter fuel tank ensured a range of 1,000 kilometers. However, Ford wasn't the only player interested in experimenting and striving to take the lead in an imaginary race to innovate in the transportation sector at the time. Its major rival, General Motors, also worked on developing similar projects, aiming to offer unique and distinguishing features. Launched alongside the Big Red, the GM company showcased its prototype known as the Bison, featuring a much less bulky and more aerodynamic design. This model had a configuration of two air turbines, one less powerful reaching only 280 horsepower, and another for specific moments that reached 720 horsepower, achieving a total torque of approximately 1,185 Newton-meters. Unlike Ford's model, this one had a different mechanical distribution, allowing it to have a lower and more convenient overall elevation. Despite its outstanding features and unique design, this idea was almost immediately discarded. Just 2 years later, General Motors presented the Chevrolet Turbo Titan III during the New York World's Fair, which would be somewhat of a successor to the Bison. It had a more conventional design, but still with aerodynamic tendencies, incorporating large frontal air intakes along with a wraparound panoramic windshield. Although it only incorporated the same GT309 engine of 280 horsepower as its predecessor, it came with a more reduced design, weighing only 35 tons, making transport efficiency compared to diesel counterparts not an issue at all. Given that there are no commercial trucks or recognized brands using air turbines, it's clear that these projects didn't thrive or achieve the desired results. For General Motors, the high production costs per unit made the benefits not worth it, despite reaching similar performance and fuel consumption as their diesel counterparts. This led GM to prematurely scrap the project in 1968. Meanwhile, Ford pushed forward with its concept, continuing its successful tour across the United States. However, the innovative aspiration came to an abrupt halt in 1970 due to newly approved national environmental pollution regulations. This placed the turbine solution in a disadvantageous position as it emitted a significant amount of nitrogen dioxide particles, especially at low speeds. Consequently, this Clean Air Act put an end to the possibilities of further evolution for the project. Surprisingly, the original Big Red still endures to this day. Although Ford lost track of this truck since 1980 due to disinterest and obstacles preventing its mass production, 4 decades later, the automotive specialized media outlet, The Drive, successfully tracked it down. While only the truck remains, as the trailers were sold to racing teams, it is in good condition and undergoing restoration. Although the current owner has chosen to remain anonymous, it's known that the truck is located in the Long Beach area of California. Additionally, its original engine was replaced due to reliability issues that plagued it even since its launch. Now, it features a less powerful engine, reducing the original 600 horsepower to just 530. Interestingly, the owner himself mentioned that despite its good condition, the truck's last time on the road was a few months into the year 2000. Before you go, we'd like to recommend our channel, Gear Unlimited. You'll find excellent content on various topics that we're sure you'll enjoy. Thank you for joining our community. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. Until next time.